Paddy Pimblett ran into Sean Strickland at the UFC PI.
Yes, big man. I walked in here and I was like, who the is that, dog? Bro, who the is that guy, dude? Bro, since we sparred too, I lost like, I'm about 18 pounds.
Yeah, I've lost about 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Bunch of fat, undisciplined bro.
When it comes down to it, we are disciplined, lad. Know what I mean?
Since we sparred, I lost, what, like 18 pounds? I gotta do like 18 more.
I think I was about 200 pounds there, so I've lost like 30 pounds.
Hey, I'm happy your life, bro. I always tune in, bro. I see this guy's life with his cute kids. Makes me happy, bro.
Thank you very much, Jon.
Conor McGregor was recently seen playing Roblox with his son and a streamer, during which he discussed renegotiating a new contract with the UFC.
But I'm warming up now for the White House fight.
Are you gonna see the president?
They gotta
be there. Cool.
I'm going to be at it, yeah, for sure. It's going to be insane, the White House card is going to be. Going into negotiations with the Ultimate Fighting Championship in February, and I'm very interested to go. They've actually got a new deal with Paramount. It's worth $7.7 billion, so the company has 4x its profit. And my contract essentially is void right now because there's no more pay-per-view. Whereas my contract was based on pay-per-view sales. I'm the highest generating pay-per-view fighter of all time. I hope the pay-per-view system is done. I'm due a new contract, so we go into negotiations in February, and I'm very interested to see how it goes. And what am I doing for it? I'm focusing on what I can control. I'm in the gym. I'm living in the gym. Focusing on my health, focusing on my rest, listening to my coaches, following the game plan. External noise is non-existent to me. I don't absorb it. You know, you're aware of it, but you don't let it seep in.
Yeah.
My internal dialogue strong. Here, you know, I'm showing the kids, showing my team what it takes. You've got to live it. You've got to live and breathe it.
Jon Anik explains why he thinks there should be less fights on UFC events. On the Spinning Back Fist MMA show, Anik said, "I think our biggest challenge is the fact that our events are way too long, and we should have 10 or 11 fights instead of 15. Even if you want to make this broadcast 5 or 6 hours, and Hunter Campbell, I love you, even if you wanted to make this 5 or 6 hours instead of 8, I'd be okay with it. But we ask a lot of our fans, even fans as rabid as yourselves. 8 hours times 41 Saturdays, right? So if I could affect change in one way, it would be to, and we have a lot of masters to serve, right? Television partners in different countries, a lot of different things, a roster north of 600, getting 50 fighters signed on the Contender Series every year, which I think is less than ideal. But if I could affect change in one way, and perhaps it's selfish because I'm a broadcaster that doesn't understand how we do back-to-back Super Bowls every time we crack a mic, I would cut 150 fighters off the roster. I would do 10 fights a card and just make it a much more ingestible, palatable sporting event." Nick Diaz breaks down bottom escapes and explains where Jack Della Maddalena went wrong against Islam Makhachev.
Here, this knee here is the leverage. This comes in. Now this moves away from the guy. Right here, I break this grip. Pull me in. Break this grip. Pull me in. Break the grip. This is like currently what's happening. You watch this fight with Islam and the Australian. And the poor guy is like, I don't feel sorry for him.
He's learning to get up, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say like, damn,
that
poor
South African guy.
But I'm like, you didn't learn how to like, you know what I mean, go back and systematically understand why a black belt is passing your guard, or because you can't tell me I wouldn't pass the guard. Because if that was me, I'm not Islam. I'll pass the guard and tap you out.
Yeah.
You know, Islam's not gonna pass the guard and tap you out. He's gonna stay there and keep control from there. But why are you being controlled from there? That's the question. Let's be real, like this guy who had 0 losses, he did not understand that. And I had to watch this round for 5 rounds, title fight. Title fight against the 2 best fighters in the world. Okay, I had to watch for 5 rounds, and this guy didn't execute like the leverage.
Nope.
The knee's the leverage, you put the knee in, you break that. You systematically break that, and then you put this arm under. For 3 rounds, I watched this guy not understand how to do that.
Actor Matt Damon appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience this week and recalled a time he ran into Henry Cejudo without realizing he was a fighter.
We have caricatures in our head of what like these tough people are like. Well, you see that about MMA fighters. Like there's a lot of MMA fighters, you meet them, they're like the sweetest, nicest, friendliest people in the world.
I remember going to one of the events in LA, I think it was the Staples, and and I was backstage and was talking to one of like the lawyers for the UFC about, we were talking about Conor McGregor, and he was telling me a great story about him. And this guy walks up, and he's in a like chinos, like khaki pants, and like a blue button-up, like, you know, kind of business shirt with spectacles, and he's very small, and I kind of don't really regard him, and I'm still hearing this story. And then Patrick goes, "Matt, do you know Henry?" And I turn, and it's Henry Cejudo, and I'm like, this guy could wreck me right now. Like, absolutely destroy me. And he is the guy that some dummy would try to pick on.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, he does not, he's not carrying himself. Like, he just is the thing, you know? And
find out a little bit too late.
Yeah, don't find that one out late. Yeah.
A lot of guys do, unfortunately. Yeah, that's well, they don't have to prove themselves, right? They do it all the time. The same with Delta Force guys. Like this idea that this like outwardly brash, tough guy. Usually that kind of machismo, and that's bull. That's you're using that because you're insecure.
Yeah.
The secure people are very calm and genuinely very friendly.
Really nice. Yeah, that's been my experience.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy, right?
He's
You would
kind
think,
of beautiful too. You know, I've kind of like, what a great guy. And you feel like, that's nice of you to be so sweet to me, because you obviously don't have to be.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right,
I'll just give you my watch if you want that.
Yeah, no, it is a fascinating thing. It's like we have these ideas in our head, these caricatures, you know, of what a tough man is, what a good woman is, what a this is, what a that is. And as I think one of the beautiful things about film, when a film is really good, is you see these complex characters, and it sort of like reformulates in your mind like what a person actually is.
Yeah, it's seeing all kinds of different people.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I completely agree.
I mean,
Joshua Van received his side plate for his UFC flyweight belt.
I'm gonna show you guys something. Look at that. That's a Myanmar flag, and that's the day I won the belt. And look at that. 1 of 1. Let's go, Myanmar. We did it.
Merab Dvalishvili says he will not be fighting Petr Yan at the White House, and says it's because Yan is Russian. In an interview this week, Merab said, "The UFC told me I'm next for the belt. They said there will be a trilogy between me and Yan. They also told me that our fight will not happen at the White House in June because Yan is Russian, and that's impossible." Arman Tsarukyan says he'd beat Ilia Topuria 11 times out of 10.
Right now they could beat you in your division?
Nobody.
Like, let's say you fought Ilia Topuria 10 times. How many times do you think you would win?
11.
Out of 10? That's, I don't know. You don't think he's a great fighter?
He's a great fighter.
So I'm saying, if he's a great fighter, you're going to diminish him if you make him stay awake the whole night.
No.
The back and forth between Paddy Pimblett and Arman Tsarukyan continues. In Tom Aspinall's latest YouTube video, Paddy once again downplayed Arman's recent win over Dan Hooker.
You look good in that fight.
But lad, an amateur in here could look good against Dan Hooker. You know what I mean? Someone in here who can actually do jiu-jitsu would look good against Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker doesn't know how to do jiu-jitsu. He's a banger. Give him his due, lad. I like watching him fight. He's a scrapper. That's all he is. He can't do jiu-jitsu, lad. He's bad at and he nearly guillotined him. That just shows how bad Arman's grappling is to me. He had him in a guillotine, and Arman's flexibility got around it.
Oh yeah, he did.
I was watching that thinking, wow, if I get you in a guillotine, you are going unconscious. Because he's not getting out of that if I put him in one. You know what I mean? I just watched it and was like, wow.
Justin Gaethje says he wants to seriously hurt Paddy Pimblett at UFC 324. He adds that his plan is to drag the fight into the championship rounds and wear Paddy down.
But ultimately, it's all cardio. You know, I'm trying to get them tired. And when they're tired, I can, you know, do anything I want to them. And so that's ultimately where I'm trying to get this fight. That's where I got the Z fight, the Chandler fight. And fortunately for them, it was a 3-round fight. Because if it was a 5-round fight, then I would have hurt them badly. And I really want to get this kid specifically to those rounds, and I specifically want to hurt this kid badly. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this opportunity. Can't wait to this kid up, honestly. Yeah, all of it. Yeah. I've been telling myself he's going to hurt me so that I go to the most primal place that I can. And when I go to that place, I'm one of the most dangerous in the world. And so I'm excited. My preparation has been 100%.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Nate the Great 009. It says, "Fight week is back." You're damn right. The second one's from Bladderbrain. It's in reference to John Jones's response to Alex Pereira. It says in quotes, "Be careful what you wish for." Bro, you asked for that matchup, Alex only agreed. And the final one's from Noel Erickson. It says, "Derek Lewis might just be the UFC foreman, knocking guys silly deep into his 40s. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.